I'm Dillon.
I'm Tess.
And this is our 1975 Volkswagen Rita. Well, our first introduction to sort of van dwelling was I had an old pickup with a camper shell. Just put a bed frame back there and would do weekend trips around Alaska. From that spawned the idea to actually get a real van that had a stove and everything in it for full-time van living.
After a summer of a lot of road trips and living out of the truck, we kind of thought we wanted some more long-term travel. I was teaching full-time and Dillon was working in an office job, and we ran into a buddy who told us about this caravan trip down to Brazil for the World Cup in 2014. And we were like, that sounds pretty rad. So then that kind of morphed into, let's do a long-term road trip, because we knew we liked that kind of travel together.
We decided on the vehicle first, which was the Volkswagen van, the classic bus. Once we found one for $500, which was the only one for sale in Alaska, we bought it, towed it back to our place in Anchorage, and just began working on it and thought we'd be on the road in about 2 months. Took the cabinets out, realized that the whole entire thing was completely rusted through.
Through the floor, we could have Flintstoned our way to South America.
So decided to weld new panels all around, repaint the whole thing, and then repower it with a Subaru motor. About a year later, like 10 months behind schedule, we quit our jobs and then kind of just hit the road in February of 2015. This is Rita, our 1975 Volkswagen bus, Westphalia. She's in the Christmas spirit right now. Refrigerator. It's a Engel compressor fridge. Behind it we kind of use that for storage for some flat stuff, like a grill for the fire and a saw. Store an outdoor table here. Have a big Suburban propane furnace. It blasts heat out of right here, so we had to put like a little metal plate against the fridge, but this whole area just, this ton of heat comes out. And then we have a dual burner stove. Our cabinets are just 2 main storage areas, so we have like coffee and tea and then pots and pans, utensils, and then dry food storage. 5-gallon water system with a little water pump up here. All our toiletries are down in here. Here we have the battery monitor for our auxiliary battery. We have 2 100-watt energy panels. The top panel comes on we have it on a hinge like that. So we can face it towards the evening sun if we need to. We just have a little foam barrier, and then we have a second panel. And this one's on a 30-foot extension. So we can park in the shade and then put this in the sun. And when we were down in Central America, it was definitely utilized. We tried to park in the shade as much as we could and throw the panel in the sun and be set. Under here we have our safe where we can keep our 2 laptops, our cameras, and all our lenses. And this folds out into a bed as well. So we have 2 bed spaces, upstairs and downstairs.
So this is the upstairs, our little nest.
Yeah, this is where we sleep most nights. It's like a canvas material on the outside, and we have windows on either side. It just kind of gives us like a bird eye view of all around, and we're using like a 3.5-inch memory foam. It's just on top of plywood, but it seems to be pretty comfortable. So since we have this Subaru motor, we adapted a tablet to connect to our engine so we can read all our sensors from our engine, so we know what's going on with the engine at all times and can read any trouble codes or anything like that. Put in a bigger heater that runs off the Subaru motor too. These old Volkswagens didn't actually come with the heater. And we added some storage compartments underneath for all our sunglasses and stuff that would normally just sit on your dash and clutter it up. We have our propane tank attached underneath. where it originally came inside the bus. This is a custom bumper and rack mount. We have a bike attachment that comes off here if you wanted to have bikes, and it just swings out. It's pretty nice to have this open because I use it as like a tool tray if I'm working on the engine. So there's the Subaru motor. Then up top we have a lock-in surfboard rack that we can put kayaks or anything really up there. It's just on these metal strands, so it holds quite a bit. So right now we have 4 surfboards. In the storage box we have, gosh,
everything?
Everything,
it's
yeah.
It's like a Mary Poppins bag, it just keeps coming and coming out.
We have a few wetsuits, tents, sleeping bags.
Backpacking backpacks.
So it adds a little bit of weight to the pop top, but we added these assist shocks, so these help push the top up. Still takes 2 of us, but it's not nearly as hard.
I think we both just saw the trajectory kind of our lives of like, all right, we're in it and we're in the grind and we'll be in this until we retire more or less, and wanted to do some sort of long-term travel or something to just kind of shake it up before we set back into that. So I know for me, I'm looking forward to going back and teaching. I think for Dillon, this will definitely kind of change his direction career-wise when we go back. We feel really fortunate that we decided to do this trip before we got too stuck in, you know, with the mortgage and grown-up stuff like that, because we've just met such amazing people on the road and so many people that are living really alternative lifestyles. When we head back, our life will probably look a little bit different than it would have before the trip. It's really changed how we want to live. I think the advice I would give to people that want to do some van dwelling or long-term travel is just to commit to do it. I think a lot of people really stress out about all of the details and want so much lined up and structured ahead of time, and the first mile is the hardest. Once you get on the road, everything it'll fall into place.
Don't be afraid to quit your job and change your life. I think a lot of people are in that spot where they think this lifestyle is so crazy and just out of reach, and it's really not. It's not that expensive. You can just transform your life completely and change your perspective on the world, really, if you'd like to. Just don't be afraid to leave the rat race.
Van life isn't for everyone, but I think our generation, there's a big move of people that are kind of saying, screw it to the 9 to 5, like I want to make a life that works for me. A lot of people on the trip that we've run into are like, oh, I'm so envious, oh, I wish I could do that. And that's, I think, the thing that it's like, we're 2 like totally normal people. You can do it. Anyone can do it if you want to.
Do you want me to name them off?
Good luck.
I think so. Alaska, Canada, US, Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, Argentina. Okay.
Nice. I hope you enjoyed that video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like that. Join the Patreon page if you want to be a baller and be part of the team and get access to some more content on that page. Also, if you want to keep up to date with me and what I'm doing, check out my social medias. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time. I'm in the desert, by the way.